Hello truckers, welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are in Casper, Wyoming. I had to do a lot of teleporting to start the episode because, well, I updated the coast-to-coast map, so that means I got teleported back to Salt Lake. Well, I'm supposed to get teleported back to your home garage, but with patch 1.47 we now get a free teleport or quick travel. So I thought, yeah, well, we were in Casper, Wyoming, send me back there please. So it started me at the local garage. And I thought, well, that's great, but one problem. My trailer wasn't with me. So I teleported back to Salt Lake City using dev commands to get my tanker trailer, and I had to teleport back to Casper. And, okay, that car did not stop at that red light. We know that. But yeah, we're back here. But we're good to go. We're going to pick up a load. And we're going to someplace in Kansas, actually. There was like 3 pages of things to choose from, and a lot of them were like right in Wyoming. There was one out to Tacoma, Washington, which I really thought about going to, but yeah, given the time it needed to be there, and what, you know, our driving time, it was going to be questionable if I can get there or not. Wait, where am I going? Am I going down this road? Okay, yeah, I think I am. So, the one in Kansas, I should have enough time to get there. And it's not going back the way we came, so that's all good. I also got the spring mod back up and going. That was updated as well. Don't scratch my new trailer, please. Okay, I think we're in. Alright, we come here. Yep, job offer. We got to go to cargo, and now you'll see where we're going, I hope. Hopefully it's still there. So yes, Casper, Wyoming to Pratt, Kansas. We are taking ethane, 51,000 pounds of it actually. So, $9.86 per mile. That sounds pretty good. It's a 12-hour trip, so we only can drive 11 hours a day, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But it does not need to be there until Saturday in the evening, and it's only Friday, so I got 2 full days to get it there. Shouldn't be an issue. I hate to say that, but it shouldn't be. So as for getting back to 11 hours of driving time, a couple of you, one of you being actually a trucker, which direct messaged me on Discord, which was, wait, did I need to drive in, or am I backing in? I think I'm backing in, right? No, I'm actually driving in. Yeah, so when you're loading cargo, it doesn't go towards actually your driving time, but it does go on your 14-hour clock. So, yeah, we will still drive 11 hours. So we'll probably have to add, well, today 1 hour. But every time we load, we'll just add an hour, you know, to the end of our day. So we should be ending at 5. But this should take about an hour to load up, so we can drive until 6. Alright, and turn off the engine. And press the following key to load the cargo in. I didn't see what time it was. It was just a little bit after 6. Oh, so that's going to take about a full hour. So not too bad. Cargo has been loaded. So we're driving until 6 p.m. Just checking on the GPS here. Is my only way out that way? It looks like it. So yeah, the Coast to Coast map had an update for patch 1.47. The spring mod needed an update, and we got that. So all the mods I was using before the patch came out, I am currently using again. So we're all set. What is GPS having me do? Okay, I know what GPS is having me do. I mean, it's trying to get me a little bit confused with all the red circles here, but I think I understand. Make sure I get out without hitting a fence, because we got a big trailer behind us. You also may notice that our money's up to 40,000. Our drivers did pretty well the last evening. See if I stop at this stop sign. No traffic coming. Yeah, we're just spinning on around. Alright, there we go. So we are saving up now for a truck for ourselves. And this truck, we're not going to be trading in. will be going to a driver. We have 2 open spots, or 2 open garage slots, so yep, this truck will be going to someone, and we will get ourselves a new truck. And how much, you know, I have no idea, because I don't know what type of truck we're getting, what upgrades and all that kind of stuff we need. So, but just think, yesterday morning in game, we just barely had $100 in our bank account, and this morning we got 40. So everything's looking good. So do keep that in mind now. Like I said, with patch 1.47, anytime now there's an update to the game, like a map update, and it's usually where it teleports you back to your home garage, you get a free teleport without losing time, mind you, as well, to any location that you want. But if you're hauling a trailer, your own trailer, your trailer is going to stay at whatever garage it's assigned to, or whatever, you know. So like my trailer went right back to Salt Lake City. So even though I got a free teleport to Casper, I was like, wait a minute, I saw the way I was parked at the garage. I'm like, my trailer better not be behind me, because it would have been like across the fence in the bushes and all that. Luckily it wasn't, but luckily for me, I do have like the dev commands active, where I can go ahead and fast teleport myself. But it's kind of like nothing ever changed from last episode to this one. Come on, Kenny, up the hill. I'm trying to remember, I think it's a Caterpillar engine that we have in here. Sounds really, really good. So, I mean, there's a slight chance we actually get there today, since I can drive until 6. Because we spent 1 hour loading up. Right now, GPS is saying we'll get there 20 past 7. So if I can make up an hour today, that'd be great. But if not, no big deal. Is that right, Cindy? Yeah, she agrees. Oops, better get back over here. So are any of you using the new adaptive cruise control? I think that's what they're calling it. So like when you're on the interstate, if you got cruise control on and you happen to be gaining on traffic in front of you, it's supposed to automatically slow you down and all that. So, I mean, is it working well for you? Nope, I want to go this way. And after, like, if I were to, you know, if I had cruise control on now and I was catching the car in front of us, like I said, it should slow me down. But after the car gets out of the way and I got open space, does your truck go back up to the resuming cruise control speed that you initially set? I mean, I'm going to guess it does, but since I haven't tried it, I don't want to say it does or doesn't. I'm not really one for cruise control in-game. Well, I should say more so in-game. In real life, I never use cruise control. And take it from someone take it from someone that's driven from Laramie, Wyoming all the way to Davenport, Iowa in one day, going across I-80 in Nebraska and not using cruise control. Sounds kind of weird, but I feel better if my foot is actually on the throttle and I have quicker response of if anything were to happen. I just feel like if you know you got cruise control on, and just say there's even no cars around you, you're going to relax your feet. Your feet are not going to be near the pedals, maybe. You never know what's going to jump out in front of you, like an animal or me in a Kenworth W900. Yeah, I just never used cruise control in real life. In game, like right now, I am using cruise control because I don't expect an animal to jump out in front of the road. Now that'll be something they'll never add, I assume. Because we do, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, I'm actually in Wyoming, but we were like up in Yellowstone kind of a thing, and the animals actually do move around in some areas. So I often wonder if they're going to ever implement to where, you know, we put animals on the side of the road that could cross the road, but I just don't think that's something they'll ever implement. Why did that truck get in this left lane? Just because I did? What's the deal on that, dude? Okay, I was not expecting a left-hand exit. That's my bad. Those are I don't want to say rare in the US, but of course now it's going to take me forever to get back up to speed, and of course it happens on a hill. So overall, how much should I get paid for this job? $7,000 for a 700-mile trip. So I'm getting paid like $1,000 a mile. Wow, that's like base game money. No, just kidding. I meant to say $1,000 for every 100 miles. That's what I want to say. Anyways, that sign just said just entering Laramie, huh? Exit 380, exit 78, Wheatland. Am I on I-25 or I-80? No, it's not I-25. It's definitely got to be I-80 if I'm entering Laramie. Sorry, I gotta look at the map. Where the flip am I? We're on I-80. That's for we're on I-25. Okay, I thought the sign said entering Laramie back there. Okay, never mind. So we're not in Laramie. We're on the I-25 heading southbound. Gotcha. Okay. Which should be Albany County, I do believe. Why is it whoever does the billboards? Why is it always food? It seems like. Always food. So that exit is a no-go, right? There's barricades on it and all that. Yeah, I'm riding probably a little bit too close to this car in front of us. So I think all of our drivers completed their deliveries yesterday and last evening. Although I've only been on the road for like 3 hours. I thought about digging into the files and making a paint scheme for the tanker trailer. But since we're not going to have it probably too long... Well, actually, I don't know how long we're going to have it. I could have it all the way until we buy a new truck. Or this could be the last... I don't know. I was asking around for the template, and everyone's like, oh, I don't have the template yet. The people that usually help me do find the template when something's brand new. The one person always really helps me out. Just haven't heard back from them. Of course, I could have gotten the files and looked for it myself, but I was lazy this week, basically. Well, lazy when it comes to making videos and doing research. Springtime has arrived where I am finally, so trying to get outside and you know, after a long winter, you know, although the snow, well, the snow's been gone for a while now, but you know how your yard looks like after a winter. It just like it needs help. So That's the process I'm kind of going through. I wonder if the trailer, because we put the wing on it, I wonder if that would make the trailer less stable. I wonder if that actually has any effect in-game on it. Because in some areas I can feel the trailer rocking the truck here. So definitely got to be careful. I mean, we are hauling 52,000 pounds of, it's not methane. What is it we're hauling here? Ethane, not methane. Makes it weeble wobble. Shimmy and shake. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, and I know the mods and stuff, but the spring mod seems to add more color to the game. Like I said, it's just me. I didn't really look at the path we're taking today, but I'm assuming... Oh, you're going to make me pull into the way station, aren't you? And I'm not even close to being ready. Oh, green light. Thank you. I think we're going to be taking the I-25 all the way down to Denver, I would assume, then take the I-70 eastbound. You know, that scared the crap out of me because I thought I was getting fined for not pulling into the way station. Oh yeah, the bumps in the road, I was trying to see... I wonder if that's what's making my truck... See, I'm rocking a little bit right there on a straightaway. I wonder if that's the where the roads, the bumps in the roads make it just a little bit not as smooth. I mean, we're not looking for bumps, we're just looking for slightly off bumps. If that makes any sense. Probably should get my butt back over into a reasonable lane here. Don't need to be in the far left lane. Well, we are gaining on the ETA, but... Yeah, so, I mean, once we get closer, like I said, it's usually 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably more like 3 or 4, because we got the added hour now. We'll have Cindy look at the map. And we'll find a good spot to rest, or see if we want to continue on. Oh, 55. I'm still doing 65 though. And our exit's coming up. Yeah, I-70, that's what we're verging on to. I'm guessing I want to be in the left lane of the exit. Because I know I want to go east. Kansas is east of Colorado. I know I've been actually past this building right here on the right-hand side. That's actually there in real life. I don't know what building it is. For some reason, I want to say it's a Pepsi factory, but that was, you know, it's been a while since I've been through Denver now. At least 10, 12 years ago. I used to go to Denver quite often. Used to be a really good seafood place, actually. Not too far. Maybe it'd be like on this exit here. Was it Joe's Crab Shack? Could have been Joe's Crab Shack. Yep, Joe's got crabs, and they taste really good too. Or is that where I ate a Bubba Gum shrimp? Well, either way, I don't remember. It was one of the two. Oh, that car that was on the inside is Gonzo. Don't see it there, so we'll just merge on over. And we'll push it back up to about 75-ish. Cindy, can we get there by 6? She doesn't think so. So probably have to find a rest area. And it doesn't matter, you know, I'm not going to bother stretching it either, because I got all day tomorrow to get the load there, so it's not like we're on a tight schedule in the morning. We'll just go ahead and find the nearest rest area. That seems right for us. Unless by some miracle in the next 6 hours I can make up 50 minutes, but that seems like we're really stretching it. So that means we will be going on the coast-to-coast map, so everything should be fine there. As far as I know, there was actually no rework done of Colorado, so the road should line up. Sounds weird when you say it like that, but it looks like we're getting... Wait a minute, does that have us getting off the interstate, getting back on? I'm not doing that. I hope that's what GPS is actually trying to do. But this way station will have to stop on in. There's GPS trying to be funny about everything. It looks like we're stopping every tractor trailer truck on the interstate here. Well, we're not empty, we're loaded. I would say while we're waiting, but we got 5 hours left on our clock. Let's see where... I mean, so we do got some places here. We got Great Bend. That's probably like a hotel. So maybe someplace like this, which is 4 hours out. So let me go ahead and actually we want to... Can we not click on... Well, I'll just put a marker there. Yeah, so that's probably where we're going to stay. Like I said, I don't think we're going to make up. I don't want to stay in a small town and try to cram our truck and trailer in there. We can fuel up and rest there. That looks like a way station. And we are currently... Where are we? Oh, we're still in Colorado. Okay. Don't know what town we're actually in. I mean, there's Denver and there's Burlington. So somewhere in between. I think this is the longest line I've ever had to wait for at a weigh station or safety inspection. I think we're next. We're going to be like at 77, 78,000. All right, see if I can go through this at 3 miles an hour. Okay, we weigh 100,392. So not quite the number I had. Well, the cargo we're hauling is 50,000. I don't know how much the trailer weighs. I'm guessing when we go into Kansas, if there's a weigh station there, they'll probably have us go on in. Just because I haven't been to Kansas in a while. Wasn't really accelerating too well up that hill. Let's get back up to speed here, finally. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking all of our drivers completed their loads in between episodes, basically. Well, yesterday during our trip, they completed quite a few. And overnight as well. But nothing during the daytime yet. But it's not like we got like hundreds of drivers out there. We got like 18? That might be the first time I've actually seen the crop dusters actually spraying the water, or I'm guessing water. Pretty sure they're not doing fertilizer and herbicide like that. here's Burlington, so we're not too far from leaving Colorado. Looks like Cupid's pointing his arrow right at my forehead, just about. Yeah, I think we're taking the I-70 all the way to our rest area, so I feel comfortable stepping out here, although I didn't see at the state line if there was a safety station, way station. Looks like with the spring mod that we're running, looks like we got cherry blossoms out there. And I did change the name of the mod for the seasons in the description below. Of course, during the winter months, I just had it as Winter Mod. I now just titled it Seasons Mod, because that will bring it to his, well, their page for, they got spring, summer. I think there's actually 5 seasons, which seems kind of weird. Spring, is it early summer, late summer, fall, and winter? I think that's the... I'm not 100% correct on that, I'm sure. But for some reason I thought there was 5 seasons. I think summer has 2 different types. And as I said, because when I asked a while ago, a lot of you, a half dozen of you did say, yeah, just run the season for whatever season we're recording the episode in. So if you're seeing this video in the future saying, well, dude, it's winter and you're running the spring mod. Well, it's spring as this video goes live. I must have missed a sign that said, welcome to Kansas. Or maybe we're not there yet, but maybe we passed it. I'm not sure. We've been to a few places here in Kansas, but not where we're going to be going. And maybe by the end of the year, Kansas could be out. Oklahoma should be next. And then Kansas to follow. Then, of course, there'll be Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. At least that's what I think SDS will do. Who knows, they could switch it up on us and just go across the southern states. Not really sure what happened to this lane. It seemed like it was going rather well until that very moment. There's no one in front of the FedEx guy, so not sure if he had an issue there. Hey, someone brought him some cash during the day. Yaroslav? That's well, I'll pronounce it. I don't know if that's right or right or wrong. Either way, I attempted it. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and technically we can drive until 6. Our ETA is now at 7, so we're definitely not getting there today. So I got to keep my eye out for our marker. Because I don't know how far back it was. I was going to go in the fast lane, but there was a car coming, so that's not going to go. So we might be getting done at 5. Which is the way it's going to have to be, but not that big of a deal, like I said, because this load does not need to be there until like 6 o'clock in the evening tomorrow. Someone couldn't find a job and had to return. Whoops, sorry. Hopefully no one's in that fast lane. $614. Oh well, it is what it is. I thought I saw on the GPS like a way station coming up. I think I may have saw that wrong because it could have been the city I'm seeing coming up on the GPS. Sometimes it's really hard to enjoy the view when you look to the side here because, well, I drive off the road. In real life, it's so much easier. I don't know why. Is this our rest area? Yes, it is. My marker is right there. So this is where we're calling it an evening. Let's go ahead and fuel up at the only pump that we can fuel up at. Well, at least we got a pump to fuel up at. 405 for diesel here in Kansas. I don't think we've seen anything lower. That is a really good price. Really, really good price. You would think Texas would have like the lowest price, probably. Okay, so I didn't see where the rest area is, but the rest area is actually kind of like right in front of us. Put my direction on so that people know I'm coming over here. Little Caesars. Pizza, pizza. And yes, I'm hungry. So now I'm probably going to have a pizza for dinner. Oh, and I didn't take a screenshot today, so you're going to get one of me in the parking area. So how about that? How about that? So another 105 miles to go. Not too bad. 2 hours in the morning to get there. So we should get there at 8 o'clock, and we'll unload this. I don't remember where we're going. We're going to ExxonMobil. I knew it was Pratt, Kansas, but I didn't know what facility we're going to. And ExxonMobil. And I'm hoping... But usually if you're delivering something like this to a location, we should be able to take something from there as well. May not be many choices that we'll get, so we'll have to wait and see where we go from there. But we end the day with $34,000 in the bank account. We'll have to take it. No, I don't want my mirrors on. That's the wrong button. There we go. There's our truck with our tanker. I do like the way the black and red... And, of course, we do have that third color of yellow shining on through in some areas. Yeah, it looks pretty good with the black Kenny truck and the paint job that we have going. It's not too bad. So, yeah, we'll complete our load next time. And like I said, we'll see where we go from there. Because who knows? Do I have a special destination where I want to go? Not really. Um, yeah, I was just thinking. I try not to go back the same direction we just came from. So north, south, or east basically is where we'll be going. But I could get there and there might only be one load, and we'll just have to take it. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's stop talking about it and just move on. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, did I wake you up? Have a good one.